With Pikachu and Zekrom, the opponent will start to run. Tag bold and the match is on for prize cards. That's how we won. Go Smackdown, Lele, first turn out. Oh, save me, I'm joking, it's crazy. 2 prize cards, oh baby, this card is insane. Lizaya might be the way. Thunder Mountain plus a Koko, okay, we can attack immediately. Or how about a Magnezone? The ability is well known. Dropping energies like stones is going hard. We take the throne. Could this be a new top deck? Boswell keeps it quiet and check. Let's talk about how this deck will rank at the upcoming tournaments. Yeah, that's right. Episode 207, Pikachu and Zekrom GX. Let's talk about this card and how it will work. What's up YouTube, it's TCG here and welcome to episode 206. For those of you that don't know, this channel is all about the competitive scene of the Pokemon trading card game, so definitely subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all the latest news and all the best new decks in town. Also, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like because that always boosts the channel a little bit further and helps it spread to more people, because this time around we are going to talk about Pikachu and Zekrom Tag Team GX. This is going to be a new Tag Team GX. For those of you that don't know what Tag Team GXs are, they are pretty much huge GXs that give up 3 prize cards. Giving up 3 prize cards is never a good idea to start off with. But why are we still going to make decks with Tag Team GXs? Well, because they just are ridiculously good. This, for example, is Pikachu and Zekrom Tag Team GX. It has 240 HP, is a lightning type, which means we can make use of Electropower, reduce the damage with Ether Paradise Conservation Area, but more on that later. I'm going to talk about everything in detail about this card and how we can make a deck with it. So, if you're interested to make a deck with Pikachu and Zekrom GX, definitely be sure to subscribe and watch the rest of the video. Okay, here we have, of course, the attack that it has. Full Blitz. It deals 150 damage, and you can search your deck for 3 lightning energies and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Then you have to shuffle your deck. So you can pretty much attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. That could be a thing, but the thing we're gonna do here is try and use that attack early on, and then attach more energies to Pikachu and Zekrom GX, because Tag Bolt GX, believe it or not, sometimes wants 6 energies attached in order for us to one-hit KO 2 GX on the opponent's side of the field. I know, it sounds crazy, but look at the attack here. Tag Bolt GX, it dishes out 200 damage as a flat bonus here. 200 flat is amazing. With things like Choice Band and Electropower, we'll definitely be getting those one-hit KOs. But if this Pokemon has at least 3 lightning energy cards more attached to it, in order to just have this attack cost, you have 3 lightning energies more, then you can dish out 170 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This is ridiculously good. I'm gonna talk about the attacks in detail a little bit after I talked about the weaknesses it has, but this is going to be ridiculously good. I'm gonna give you lots of examples on how we can take lots of prize cards. It is weak to fighting. That is the only thing that keeps this card in check, because otherwise it's just rampant. 240 HP means it is one-shotted by one simple sledgehammer of a baby Boswell. So you will have to play around that, otherwise you will definitely get sledgehammered away into the discard pile. Weakness to fighting is also not good, because Lycanroc GX is also still a thing, and the new Lycanroc GX also dishes out a flat 120, the one that discards energies. It does have a resistance to metal, which might help out in the long run, because metal is about to get OP with the Lucario and Metal Tag Team GX. If you want to learn more about that, check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/ZapDoseTCG. I talk about metal there. The new tag teams are looking to be ridiculously powerful. This has a 3 retreat cost, which is definitely not good, because all its attacks require more energy. So sometimes again gets stranded in the active position from time to time. So now that we reviewed Pikachu and Zekrom Tag Team GX, let's talk about how we are capable of getting all those energies attached to this ridiculous good GX card. First of all, you should know is that if we just start to attack with Pikachu and Zekrom GX, we have lots of ways to boost the damage output. First up is its first attack, dishing out 150 damage with a simple Choice Band or an Electropower. Electropower dishes out an additional 30 damage for your lightning type, so if you smack that down, you can even smack multiple ones at a time, then you dish out 30 damage during that turn with your lightning types. Extra 30 damage is amazing. So let's say you only have a Choice Band. That means you already are one-shotting cool Pokemon like Blacephalon, sees a lot of play, very good deck. Necrozma, Gascan, you know that, with Malamar, very good deck. Rayquaza, also. All these Pokemon are very great attackers, and they all have 180 HP, so if you're facing one of those decks, you'll be glad you'll be playing Pikachu and Zekrom. That way you can just one-shot them while powering up your Zekrom or another Pokemon on your bench. So that's already things you are targeting here. Let's say you smack down one simple Electropower. That is not hard to pull off, since most of the decks that rely on Pikachu and Zekrom will be running 4 copies of the Electropower. Well, then you are gonna be glad to hear that we're gonna be able to one-shot Zoroark. Yeah, everyone loves to hit Zoroark. It's everywhere. It's very good. Amazing ability, amazing attack. So you one-shot that. Amazing. Lycanroc sees a lot of play. You one-shot that. Alolan Ninetales GX, the one with Mysterious Guidance helping out Stage 2 decks. You one-shot that. Ultra Necrozma GX sees a lot of play with Malamar. You one-shot that. Boswell GX still is around in the format with B-strings and stuff. You one-shot that. Duskmane Necrozma GX sometimes sees play with Magnezone. You one-shot that. You one-shot almost everything. And the best part is, Tapu Lele GX has 170 HP. What does that mean? Well, as you see here, with an Electropower and a Choice Band, we dish out 210 with, of course, the first attack, but things get even more ridiculous with the Tag Bolt GX. If a deck relies on Tapu Lele, well, they're pretty much done for. The Tapu Lele shines just a little bit too much here. Then they're just simply done for. Why is that? Because that is gives access to 2 prize cards, 2 free prize cards as soon as we are able to set up Tag Bolt GX. Why is this fantastic? Lots of decks try to use the first turn Tapu Lele to get, of course, an Elm's Lecture or maybe a Lily first turn. Well, they will have issues with that because they will argue to use it. That way you're in a good position, or they will smack it down and they're going to say, yes, that's going to be my game winner right there. If a deck plays Tapu Lele, you're going to have an awesome time with, of course, your Pikachu and Zekrom GX. Let's say you have this scenario. You use Tapu Lele, get a bunch of Dinglat, and they have Zoroark. Well, in this scenario, look at this, you only need a simple Choice Band and dish out the Tag Bolt GX and bam, this is KO, you get 4 prize cards. The same goes for other decks. Let's say they use a Lele and they have like an Alolan Ninetales up front because they like to play Alolan Ninetales, the Decidueye, whatever. Same scenario here. You don't even need Choice Band in that regard. So knockout, knockout. That is going to be the case with Tag Bolt GX. And that's why I think Pikachu and Zekrom GX is probably the best tag team GX for now. I do think that Snorlax and Eevee is also very good, but this is going to be the best one out of the bunch. If I have to start like an episode with a tag team, this is the first one that we're doing right here. Is going to be the best one in my opinion. So lots of things in the format, you one-shot and stuff. It's going to be fantastic with Tag Bolt. Now the only question you have on your mind right now, how do we set this guy up? It needs 3 energies. Well, that is where the new Tapu Koko Prism Star will play a huge role in a deck like this. Tapu Koko Prism Star has the Dance of the Ancients. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may move 2, you can choose 2 of your bench Pokemon and attach 1 lightning energy from your discard pile to each of them. So this is going to be fantastic. Then you have to put Tapu Koko in the Lost Owner and discard all cards attached to it. But let's say you have a couple of energies in your discard pile, let's say 2 of them, just for this video's sake. And you have a couple of Pokemon on your bench, let's say, Zeraora and Raikou, which I'm going to talk about as well. You smack it down, bam, you activate the ability, whoop, 1 over here, 1 over there. So that is going to be the case that you can just set a Pokemon up. The best thing, of course, is that you lead with your Raikou. So for those of you that don't know what a Raikou does, I'm just gonna put it on the camera right here. Let's just put our scenario like this. See, Pikachu and Zekrom is on the bench. So we have, of course, our Raikou here, Booming Thunder. Is definitely going to be a very key role in a deck like this. With this, you can dish out 30 damage and attach a lightning energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So our ideal scenario is just getting this up front, attaching an energy to this guy, and have a bunch of energies in our discard pile. How we're gonna do that? Well, we have things like Sights here in the format. We have, of course, Ultra Ball, which is always a great way to get lightning energies in the discard pile. Another great item card I can recommend is, of course, Acrobike. If you play lots of lightning energies, you'll have a successful Acrobike discarding a lightning energy. So you have to get lots of lightning energies in the discard pile in order to set, of course, your Pikachu and Zekrom Tag Team GX up. So in this scenario, we have, of course, our Raikou, bunch of energies in the discard pile. Well, we're just gonna be using the attack, Booming Thunder, bam, you dish out some damage. You can even one-shot Pokemon with, of course, Raikou. Why is this fantastic? Well, with a simple Electropower, things like Rowlet, Zorua, Alolan Vulpix, what else has 60 HP? Everything that has 60 HP, Ralts, everything that has 60 HP and is a weak basic will go down, which is fantastic. And then you can set up your bench Zekrom. Up next, you're gonna be able to use the ability of the Tapu Koko Prism Star. This goes to the Lost Zone and bam, you can get 2 2 energies from the discard, attach them to your Pokemon. That is gonna be the way to set this guy up. You're gonna be using some more Booming Thunders until it's knocked out, and then of course your Pikachu and Zekrom is going to be able to just dish out lots of damage with the first attack. Not only are you gonna be able to one-shot most of the GXs with a simple Electropower, the thing here is then you're gonna be able to set yourself up. Let's say you use the full blitz, bam, you get a KO. That is fantastic. While you can just get some more energies attached to it from, of course, the deck. It does state the deck here. Yeah, if this Pokemon search your deck, yeah, full blitz searches from the deck, which is very consistent. You don't even have to have them in the hand, and then you have a scenario like this where your first attack, full blitz, will already get a KO, and then of course the tag bolt will get the rest of your KOs. That is going to be the perfect way to be playing this. Of course, Tapu Koko is an amazing card. If you don't get an energy, let's say you had Pikachu and Zekrom on the active position, another item I could recommend is Energy Switch. Energy Switch will be able to get energies from the bench to the active position, so that way you can get more energies into play, and that is going to be an amazing thing. Another complete other way to just start and play this is, let's say you have Zeraora. Hello, Zeraora. This is not only does Zeraora help with the huge retreat cost of Pikachu and Zekrom, it comes back with the full voltage GX. Attach 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way that you like. So how this scenario will go, you get, of course, Zeraora, play huge discarding cards, like, of course, Sightseer, Ultra Ball, all that good stuff, and try to get all your lightning energies in the discard pile, like this, for example. The only thing you will need is 1 energy onto your Zekrom. The bad thing about this scenario is that you cannot be using your GX move here. If you use your GX move with Zeraora, you're not going to be able to, of course, use the Tag Bolt GX. But Full Blitz is also a great attack. That way you can power up maybe a Pokemon on the bench, which means you can start hitting some damage with Zeraora, which is able to dish out 160 with Choice Band Electropower. It depends on the matchup, really. If the opponent is playing Lele, bam, this is going to be your Tag Bolt GX here. If they're not playing Tapu Lele at all, then I do recommend playing, of course, the full voltage GX to have a little bit extra speed early on. So you have lots of options, as you can see here, for the Pokemon. We have Zeraora, we have Pikachu, we have the Tapu Koko, we have Raikou. Let's say you want to use another GX move that satisfies you. Well, here is the Tapu Koko GX. I'm a huge fan of this GX because it dishes out 50 damage, and for every amount of energy that the opponent has in play. Against Gardevoir, it's fantastic. Against Rayquaza, it's fantastic. Against Blacephalon, sometimes it's also fantastic. And the thing it does here with Arrow Trail, if you smack it down, it absorbs all lightning energies that you want, and it swoops to the active position. So that could also be a way to be playing a lightning deck. And then, of course, the mascot of the channel, Zapdos, belongs in every single lightning deck. Why is that? It is just eating up weak basics, as mentioned in the previous episode, and the Thunder Assault can just get to ridiculous numbers with Choice Band and with Electropower. For simple energy, it only has to come from the bench in order to dish out 80 damage, and that way you can just early on get the prize rate going on while you just have your Pokemon set up with, of course, their abilities and stuff. So that is also going to be part of the deck. Now, let's say you want to be using it very differently. Well, you can just cut everything like this. Maybe Zapdos, always keep Zapdos in a lightning deck, and play it like this. You have Magnezone. I know this is a stage 2, I know. As long as, yeah, this Pokemon is in play, you can just attach the lightning energy from your hand as often as you like. That means you're not restricted to only attaching 1 lightning energy, you can attach as many as you want. That is also an option. I could see Pikachu and Zekrom Tag Team GX working. Not only are you going to have this as an early lead to get cheeky KOs, you're going to have this guy on the bench, and Magnemite evolves into Magnezone eventually. And then, of course, if you want your energies on board, I can have, of course, 1 card I'm going to recommend here, and that's going to be Lady. Lady searches your deck for 4 basic energy cards, reveals them, and put them in the hand, so that way you can smack this down, get 4 energies, get them all attached to your Pikachu and Zekrom, attach of the turn, and there's also a stadium card I want to mention here, and that is going to be Thunder Mountain Prism Star. With this, all lightning Pokemon's attacks need 1 lightning energy less, so that is going to be amazing. If this is in play, if you want to use Tag Bolt GX for the additional effect, you only need 5 energies, and you can pull it off just with simple 1 turn here. Magnezone, Lady attached to the turn, and bam, you could be using Tag Bolt GX. Early game, you could be getting cheeky KOs with, of course, Thunder Assault with Zapdos, so that can also be a way to be playing Pikachu and Zekrom GX. If you want to be playing the other route with the Tapu Koko Prism Star and, of course, Raikou and all that good stuff, that is also an option, but I just wanted to just mention this in this video since I always like to explore all options. Okay, now that we know that Pikachu and Zekrom is very great against GX decks, if you're facing non-GX decks, I think you're just gonna have to fly around with Zapdos. I think that is the logical way to do it. Next up, a stadium card that also might be part of a deck like this is Aegis Paradise Conservation Area. That way your Zekrom is a little bit more beefy. You can just smack with the first attack, and not only are you gonna be able to just receive less damage, you could also Acerola if you're not one-shotted. Definitely if you're playing with Magnezone, Acerola is just fantastic. Acerola it up, smack it down, and attach all the energies once more. So this is going to be a very sweet combo I want to test out. Definitely gonna do so soon. Another way to set this guy up, and I have lots of ideas, I know I'm just going crazy, is going to be Morgan. Morgan is lets you look at the top 12 cards of your deck and attach as many energies as you find there to your Pokemon any way you like. I know that sounds ridiculous, it is. You can only play this card though if you have, you have to discard Donna, Evelyn, and Nita from the hand. Those are 3 supporters that are just draw supporters, but the thing you can do here is of course use Tapu Lele GX in order to search your these cards, and if you have lots of lightning energies in your deck, you're definitely going to be able to set this guy up in no time. That is also a route that you're going to go with. If you're afraid of course losing your Electropowers, let's say you're playing Zapdos and Electropower as the early lead, you can also have Electro Charger to just get them back, flip a coin for each head. You can shuffle an Electropower from your discard pile into your deck, so that is also an option. I have lots of options. Then of course I'm going to be talking about Lizaya here. Why is Lizaya great? Well, it searches out the Tapu Koko Prism Star, and that is going to be a huge key partner here. Tapu Koko Prism Star, you can just search that out, and you can also search out your Thunder Mountain Prism Star. With this, you're not gonna have a hard time to just get, of course, your tag team rolling, because let's say you get this out, and let's say you have a bunch of Nazballs going on and stuff, and you get these on board. Well, it's gonna be very easy. Let me just give me a demonstration here. Let's say you smack down Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele GX can also be a part of the deck. And you get, of course, your Lizaya out. With Lizaya, you can search your deck for 2 Prism Stars. No problem. You can just get, of course, your Thunder Mountain. And let's say there's a bunch of energies into this card. Well, you can just get this on board. Tapu Koko. Use, of course, the 2 abilities. Bam, bam. Here they are. You can smack an energy of the turn, and the only thing you will need in a deck is then an energy switch, and out of nowhere, bam, you got your Zekrom ready to use the full blitz on a very early turn like this. So that is going to be fantastic. Okay, I think I'm done babbling all about Pikachu and Zekrom. I think it's very amazing. We'll see tons of play, so definitely prepare for it. If you're playing Baby Buzzwole, you'll definitely have an awesome time against this. That's the only weakness, keeping this card from being too overpowered. And then a couple of tag cards I want to mention as well is going to be Giratina. Sometimes the numbers don't add up. Let's say with a simple Choice Band or 1 Electropower, you dish out 180. With a simple Distortion Door, putting a 1 damage counter on 2 of the opponent's Pokemon, bench Pokemon, that's going to be a nice way to just get the damage output perfectly. Like things with 190 HP. Not only that, with a simple Electropower and of course a Distortion Door, you're definitely getting numbers like of course the Decidueye GX for example, so that could be an option. Not only do you have free retreat with 0 aura if it's stuck in the active, it's going to be great with your math. Next up is going to be Marshadow. This deck usually does not run Judge, but you could be playing a Marshadow to just slow the opponent down while you set up your Pikachu and Zekrom. Okay, that's all about this card. I'm just gonna leave the rest to you. Let me know in the comment section what you think about Pikachu and Zekrom GX. Will it see play? What strategy are you gonna use, of course, to set it up? Also, I'm gonna talk about a little bit here if you want to wonder what other supporters might be in a deck like this. Well, it's gonna be the same ones that Zapdos decks usually run. Yeah, we have Pikachu and Zekrom, but Zapdos is in there as well. But last week we talked about these. These is going to be the main supporters of a Lightning deck. No difference here. Okay, that's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to demolish the like button. As always, subscribe for more content and let me know what you think about Pikachu and Zekrom GX. Are you gonna play this deck or not? With which partner you're gonna combine it with? With Magnezone, with Tapu Koko Prism Star, whatever. Let me know in the comment section. I'm very curious to hear your opinion. Anyhow, this was it for this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know and I'll be making more videos soon. Stay fresh, guys. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.